what was your first hit in Lingala?
My first hit was my third song in Lingala.
What's the name?
It's by Rumeurs. It's a very,
Oh,
it's a
that one.
controversial song. I mean, there's a story behind it because I was like mostly when it comes to music, I understood the American music business because I was really following the managers and how they did things. So my perception was different. When I got to the Congo, I did my first song. I started looking for features, and the
Mm-hmm.
artists from Congo were like, just tell me, yo, get out of here, get out of here. So I started on
Mm.
that. I didn't really understand that. So I was like, oh, you know what? Since they don't want to work with me, I'm just gonna use their names and
Mm.
still work with them. That's a way of working with all of them in one record. So I decided to create a record that just talks about a bunch of rumors about celebrities, and it
So
worked.
it's a little bit like How to Rob of by 50 Cent.
Yeah, yeah.
What about
So
you?
yeah, there you go. That same. I'm a big fan of 50 Cent. I also
Uh,
study his way of getting into the industry because he was also in the same situation where people weren't really giving
every,
him paying any mind.
everybody was scared of him because he was too
It was
dangerous and
yeah.
gangster, and
They
there
didn't
was
want to
like a
lose
lot of
money.
and then he got shot and etc. Like so,
But me,
everybody was like,
contrary, I guess like the artists were intimidated because a lot of
hmm,
the artists of Congo, where we from, a lot of them tend to pretend like they're from the US. So, they come, they speak a little bullshit English. So they're
mm,
pretending like they're from the US. So now you have a cat that's really coming from the US and speaks English and all that stuff. So they started getting intimidated like, oh, if he gets in, the public is going to understand that we don't really know English.
that we
We don't really know
frauds.
nothing about America. We're frauds, you
But were
know?
you talking about rappers or
Not at all, because the reason why my song, which was later nominated in Iwama, which is the international reggae, international music, with the Roomba guys. Why? Because I use a bunch of Roomba guys in the hip hop record. Now they take a
mm-hmm,
hip hop record and put it in the same category as the Roomba guys. I became like a Roomba guy that raps in hip hop music.
hmm.
So it also create confusion within my own career.
Did they? How did everybody take the fact that you use their names in your
The
song?
rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the magnitude of the rumor. Some of them had like rumors like, oh, they beat him by another guy. Those guys, they didn't really get mad. But there was
Okay.
some people that had rumors that, they deal with dead bodies, they deal with homosexuality. So those people started feeling some type of way. But when you really look at it in the long run, me dishing out all the dirty stuff kind of make the public stop talking about those things. So it's like a win-win situation for me and them.
So were you talking about real rumors?
I mean, those are the things I will hear, and some of them,
Okay.
I guess they were real. I
All
never
right.
went to check. So me, I'm the type of guy like, okay,
All right.
if I listen to Kaysha, I like your music, but I want to know also who is Kaysha. Once I found
Yeah.
out Kaysha is a good guy, then I'll be like, oh shit, I'm definitely listening to Kaysha. But if I find out Kaysha is a weird guy, he does people dirty. I don't want to hear you because your energy. I understand the energy that
Mm-hmm.
goes through the music from one person to another. So I don't
Yeah.
want you transferring because in America, for instance, we got a lot of rappers that's murderers, but
Yeah.
we praise them. But they got so many families that don't want to hear their names because they killed their loved ones. So
Yeah.
I put myself in a place of those families and make sure that I know what artists I'm listening to, so I don't just transfer all the bullshit that he's putting in his music. Beside the baby I love you that he's saying, but also like the energy that he's giving. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
none of that. Before, like, I wasn't doing drugs, and now I'm listening to this artist. I'm doing drugs now, but because I like his music and all that stuff. Just so it was the same thing where I lost my train of thought, but that's pretty much it. I like to know my artist.
But the, did you like get hit from some artists because of that song?
Nah, I didn't. I watched a couple of them did an interview.
Okay.
One of them said that, oh, he's such a good artist. Like for you to come up with that kind of concepts, you're a genius. So I like that.
All
And
right.
some of them did not say. The ones that didn't say anything, they just stayed quiet. For instance, Kofi Olomide, they asked him in the middle of a show, and he said, "Yo, just give him time. We see if he's gonna grow wings and fly." And back
Okay.
then, I did not understand it because I was on top of my game. I was feeling like I'm the best artist ever. But what he really meant that I understood later is it's a game of longevity. You think you hot
Yep.
now? Let me give you a
Let's
couple
see.
of years, see if you're still gonna be relevant, because he was relevant already. So I never really got
He's
it.
been
But those are the
relevant
only people
forever.
forever, yeah.
So
So those was the only song
what was the rumor in the song that
for Kofi. Kofi Olomide was more like he likes little girls.
okay. Fuck
So he was
it.
like a little. It was a hip, a little
Damn.
belt, a little bit.
Fuck.
But then
Like,
again, he was caught up into like court cases with in Europe about him doing some things. So it kind of
yeah,
made
yeah.
sense at the time. I needed some
Mm,
answer. It was actually a question. Like I gave them the opportunity to go to the media and clarify if whatever we hearing is true, because I don't want to just be listening to you and you're a rapist. Like I don't want to support you if you do that. I have sisters and stuff like that. I don't want you to support you, give you money for you to rape my sister. So I gotta make sure if you're a rapist that the world needs to know, and whoever chooses to like still follow you after that, then that's their own, life or whatever. But at
responsibility.
least, yeah. So at least the people need to be aware of what's going on instead of just hearing,
So
"Yo, he did this, he did that."
did people take you as the like the voice of the people, or the new hero, or the new knight, the white knight, or it just
Definitely. The thing about that record is that we were going through tough time in the Congo where the public weren't really feeling the musicians based on like political issues that was going on at the
oh,
time. So
that was the
the
combatant
musician
times.
weren't really, yeah, they weren't really verbal about it. So that time was like the perfect time, because I know if I drop that song today, it's not gonna work because everybody loving those artists right now. It's not gonna work. So then they were getting a lot of hate. So now I give them a soundtrack to the hate that they had. So it
Smart.
worked like it worked like a piece of cake. Like I didn't have to like spend no money on promo. It was just the song itself. People just started sharing it all over. Like I literally like just send it to one blogger, and as soon I just told him like, yo, if you like it, repost it. And as soon as he reposted it, that was it. Which is like kind of weird, but that's all it took for my record to kind of take off.
That was how long ago?
So this was in 2014, so 7 years ago.
Okay.
But it turned out to be something bad because I ended up getting spoiled by that kind of blow up. I started believing that every song that I get, if as soon
We'll
as I
have the
put it on
same.
YouTube, it'll go. So I really got hurt a lot from that train of thought. I didn't realize that you actually gotta pay for TV station or radio. So I thought I was the shit. You had a bunch of hit records. you know, you know. Maybe the people that's watching, they probably don't know the adrenaline and all that things that come with like you having a record that everybody's liking or whatever region you pop in, you know. So I just didn't know. I never knew. My success in Lingala came too quick. That was my third song. I didn't really suffer like the average artist goes through a bunch of up and down, people fucking them here and there. Mine just kind of happened on my third record, So
Let me add
from
some.
that point on, I kind of got backtracked with my mindset, But it was a great ride. It was a great ride. I enjoyed it. I felt bad for the people who didn't really like what I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
but it's business. Don't be mad at me. If you're mad at me, I'm gonna do part two,
Oh
and
shit.
that's that.
Let me put the
you
link
know.
to your channel for everybody to go follow you on YouTube,
But then again, that
so they can
particular
listen
record,
to
like
the songs by rumeur, and
it
to my,
created
my
it.
favorite song from you is I told you last time.
Oh, it was what was it? Moponami. That's what it is. Yeah, you did
Oh
tell
yeah,
me. Yeah, you did
the
tell me.
beat is the beat is crazy.
That's the thing. It's a little difficult to be doing hip hop in a country where they have a dominant style of music already.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
indeed.
difficult. I had to, even the young kids that's doing like something different than rumba Congolese music, they all got like it's like I bailed out the game because everybody was viewing those. They were idolizing these new the artists like the Kofi Olomide. the legends, yes, but people were viewing them like gods. So when I came around with that record that kind of bring him back into being human again, they're like, oh, so somebody could talk like that about these guys? So they're human just like us. It kind of opened up the doors to the new artists to be like, I don't have to go to Kofi to get a career. I could just start by myself, post my stuff online, and I could get a chance like that. And today, 7 years later, we have so many artists that's been using the same formulas that I used. Of course, I got it from the United States. I didn't
Yeah,
invent
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That, but I was the one to actually show them that you don't need to fear those guys. Respect them, but don't fear them, and don't wait for them to give you a chance for you to be able to get some kind of traction in the music industry.
That is
You know,
saying you
so
knew it. You knew it. You knew it was the perfect time. Bravo.
yeah, I knew it. Yeah, definitely. You knew it. I
So
knew it.
yeah.
Even before the record came out, I kind of knew already. Like the day the song is gonna come out, either people's gonna hate me for life or they're gonna love me forever.